Morning, guys. September 4th. So, I've had this Skylight for 10 years now. And I've moved it around, I don't know how many times. Moving here, moving there, changing this, when I got rid of big clean outs and stuff. So I wanted to put this up on the roof, up in this area next to the door. I have one over on the other side, and it, hope I didn't make you dizzy. But I want to let more sunlight in here. I put that window in the back wall, and this skylight is going to go in this roof today. I literally had this over a decade now. I always planned on putting it there, and it was always something else. Back burner. Well, I decided that it's time to turn the heat up on the back burner and start getting some of this stuff taken care of. So the flange is made out of aluminum, and this thing has been got blown around by the wind one time and fell on the ground. So I took this off of a building up in Newport, Rhode Island. They redid the roof and they decided to go all new, but it was pretty good condition. I mean, it's made out of plastic. What's going to happen to it? Got to make sure that this flange is really clean so that the glue will stick to it, any dirt. So I'm cleaning this up, and I'm going to be measuring up to put it up on the roof. I need to find out where I want to place it on the roof. I want to make sure that I hit. So I'm going to take a drill, and I'm going to drill up in this area where I want on this side of the 2x6, and then I'll know that I want to put my flange on that side. So what I'm going to do is mark it all out, cut the rubber, cut the roof, and insert this under the rubber. I'll show you as I go. Up on the roof. So I marked out the area that I want to cut out. Put this over here. Marked out the area that I'm going to cut out using a knife. What I'm going to do is cut the rubber. Use this as a guide. So I made a line around the outside of the skylight. Then I measured in the 3 inches. So this rubber will fit over the flange. So when I got to cut it, got to make sure it's in pretty good straight shape. By drilling the holes up from underneath, it made it a lot easier for me to line everything up. So this roof is 2 layers of rubber thick, and then there's a tar paper roof under that. So I got quite a bit of cutting to do. It's all Doug fir, tongue and groove. Pretty much bet that most of this wood came from Canada. Back in the day, I think that was like the #1 import here to the US from Canada was wood. It's got the hole cut out. Can actually look down inside now. And I got to get the skylight fit up under the corners of this rubber. Get that flange under the rubber and get it secured next. it's a project. So now it has to be nailed down and flashed with seam tape around the exterior. I gotta let the roof dry and blow all the dust off it so I get really good at here. But I've wanted to do this now for over a decade. It's amazing how much I procrastinate. I mean, I literally have moved this thing from shed to shed to shed. So I also started clearing the steel off for the this is the steel I'm going to use for my carport back here, and I've got it cleared off enough. This part here is going to bolt up against the back of the garage, and these shorter pieces will go across. So see what's going on here, guys. It's really going to let some light in, and I think it's in a position where it'll let the light shine under the hood while I'm working in here on stuff. That's kind of the problem I have, is I got all this light, but when the hood's open it blocks it down under the engine bay. So a little more natural light will be good. Alright guys, you see what's going on here in Rusty, Rhode Island. Catching on projects from 10 years ago, finally getting them completed. Out from Rusty, Rhode Island. Hope you're enjoying your holiday if you're in the U.S. or wherever you are.